Good morning, good morning. Love the disappearing act for me. Hold, please. Gorgeous, gorgeous morning. Oh my. It is hot though. Wow, it's hot. Wow, 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 wow. Let's make a coffee. Now we can come out into the backyard and give you a little garden update because today is our final day. We are headed across the pond tomorrow. So today I wanted to do like a big reset, packing, getting ready. We kind of have a lot of things that we left to the last minute as per usual, as per always. So it's going to be a busy day today and a few exciting little home updates are rolling in this afternoon. But the one update, the one garden update I wanted to give you was actually part of Dan's genius. And listen, we've been working sorry, Meryl's giving, yes, Meryl. Basically, we're leaving for a week, and we've been putting so much work and effort into keeping our little, hey, you can't drink my coffee, Meryl. Yeah. She's never shown interest in that before. That's so funny. Yeah, we've been putting so much work into our sweet little garden plants. If we've been watering them every day, we're like, how sad would it be if they just all died? Like, it's gonna be so hot this next week. Obviously, Murphy's Law, it was raining all last week. It would have been the perfect week to have gone away. But Dan actually took it upon himself to order a little self-created irrigation system. Okay, so we've got a little self-watering system that he ordered on Amazon, and he put it together the other night. I was barely there helping. I was just supplying moral aid, and he created a little watering line with our hose, and I just have to show you. Also, please don't mind, I was trimming some of the zucchini, so there's just some dead leaves sitting there, but I'm gonna show you guys what he made. So here's our little garden corner, and we basically just put all of the plants, did a bunch of repotting, might I add, put some of the broccoli in its own things. Everything's looking beautiful and fresh. Anyway, we created a little circle here, and you can see the hose just goes all the way around, and they just have little individual attachments with a little spout, and it's all just connected to our hose. So we brought the hose up, put it all the way around, and just individually attached all of these things as it goes, which is hilarious. Also, look guys, little baby spaghetti squash. Finally, I'm so happy. Oh my god, I'm so thrilled about it being so happy because this spaghetti squash is the one I ate, and I tried to plant a lot of them, and only one, I think, maybe that's the second one actually, this second one here, these two were from the spaghetti squash that I ate and planted the seeds from. I'm so happy. So Dan has it on a timer. I have no idea how it works, but we're so thrilled about it because hopefully the, you know, hundreds, pardon me, she's never taken an interest in coffee or milk before. What's going on? Anyway, hopefully the hundreds of dollars at this point that we've spent for our little, you know, $2 zucchini plants to grow will be effective. And I saw your guys' comments on the last video about the clusters of zucchini here, and I totally agree. I actually sacrificed a few of them. This bundle in particular was actually part of a plant that we bought from Home Depot, and each of the little stalks had like 4 or 5 of them in each one, so I did separate a few of them. I just assumed that because that's how we bought it, that was how I was meant to plant it, but alas, according to you guys, they need a lot more space. So, I mean, this one finally has a nice big zucchini. Honestly, we could probably eat that one, but I don't know. She just looks so happy. I don't mind letting it grow nice and big. We also have an eggplant. Look at it! Isn't she beautiful? Oh, it is such a joy watching your little garden children grow. It's so crazy. Also, the monster zucchini plant that grew the monster zucchini last week has another one growing. Wow, wow, wow. I'm the most thrilled about my broccoli. I'm like please, please, please. All these broccolis I also grew from seed. And if I can just have like a ton of broccoli that I can chop up and put in the freezer for over the winter, like, that is a dream. Anyway, this little spot right here is where we wanted to put the garden boxes. If we do any garden box stuff, it's gonna have to wait till next year because it would be so pointless to spend all that money setting it up now. And I'm not growing anything else, so we just have our little plants from the greenhouse, and that's gonna be that. We'll try again next year, I suppose. And even in the 2 days since I vlogged last, so many more purple flowers have come up on the moss. It's so pretty. I'm gonna show you guys. Anywho, there's a garden update for you. Thrilling, exciting, I know. Slow summer living. Just gonna finish up the coffee. And we're gonna do a lovely little morning tennis sesh. And I have to say, you guys, I mentioned this in the last vlog, but I'm loving the court rival shorts from Lululemon. I haven't seen them in store. It's kind of bizarre. I don't really understand how their whole stocking process goes, but they have so much cute tennis stuff online and I've never seen it in stores. I'm sure it depends on the store and depends the country, the region, whatever. I'm sure that determines all of their stock, whatever. But online I saw this cute, oh, I'm already sweating. Oh, I'm already dripping. You see that? See how wet my shirt is? This is like, I just sweat. It's, anyway, how cute is this shirt? Look at this little tennis shirt. I bought it in this color and I bought it in the blue because I was like, I'm sorry, this is the perfect little t-shirt. It's so cute. Lululemon. I hope they just keep expanding this fabulous tennis club gear because they have so much cute stuff. And again, I've never seen it in store. So anyway, bought this t-shirt. Gonna take it for a little test run this morning. Let's go hit some balls. Woo! Julep. Nice and sweaty. Ooh, it was hot out there. And I have like remnant tan curdling on my neck and it was so itchy. I was just itching the living baloney out of my neck. So if you're like, why is this happening? That's why. It was very itchy. Apologies. Anyway, we had to scoot back because we don't know when exactly they're coming. You know, whenever you get something delivered, they give you a multi-hour delivery window. But just in case, we needed to move our coffee table that is currently in our backyard in the pergola because we're getting an exciting delivery today. So, back when we originally did the, oh, thank you so much. Wow, that's so kind. Water delivery. So back when we did the landscape design, we had our fabulous designer, Alex, kind of do everything, and he did, I mean, he made the most beautiful renderings ever, and obviously has like brought our backyard to life. And he made it feel like we're actually living in a little fairy tale forest. It's magical. Anyway, we basically just followed his furniture recommendation. He sent us the blue, I think it's Blue Dot, the Blue Dot couch and chair that we have in there. And we were just like, Alex, whatever, you are the designer mastermind. We'll buy whatever you tell us, basically. And it's so nice. It's a beautiful piece of furniture, and we actually ended up putting like a little wooden desktop back there because we were gonna do like maybe like a pizza oven or some stools or something, and we just figured we'd be sitting back there. As the time has gone on, Dan and I have really found that we're missing like a dining table back here, even like a little picnic table, something. Like, we love to be spending all of our time back here. We work from home, so like all of our meals we want to sit out here and enjoy, but we also like to sit at a table. We just like bring our plates out here and put them in our lap and we sit, and we're like, why didn't we ever get a table? Anyway, so we got one. We found one and it's being delivered today. So we don't actually know what we're gonna do necessarily with the couch. We haven't decided if we're gonna keep it or not, but as we measured it, maybe we're hoping that it'll actually just fit and we could actually just keep the couch that we have back there kind of as like a bench style on the table. Yeah, we're getting our outdoor table delivered today, which is very exciting, just in time for us to leave. But we're thrilled because we'll finally be able to just sit out here and have dinner and like eat our meals and enjoy it more instead of just eating our meals in our lap. So I know it's really random. Okay, wow. Really random, but a very fun update that we're looking forward to in the backyard. So I just finished my breakfast. I literally have smoothie on my lips, but I think the truck just got here. Woo! That was fast. Woo! Well, the table made it, but I fear that the bench is too low. So we'll have to do something else here. Find a bench of sorts. And then we got this cutie little pot just to sit here. We'll have to get something that survives in the shade. Maybe we'll do like little mossy mosses or little cacti or something, but just thought that was cute. And we finally have a table back here. It's just so exciting. But if you guys can see under the table, the stain from the coffee table on our cement. It's crazy. It's so crazy. Anyway, this little stool we got from Article years ago, back in Toronto. And then we just got two of the same ones because these were actually the perfect height. And we're like, well, we already have one. Let's just do little stools. And then if, you know, our family and friends are over, we can move them around as we need. If we need them up on the patio, we can use it there too, which is great. But just to give the option. But yeah, the couch not gonna work there. That's gotta go. Otherwise, thrilled about this. Many hours later, rejoining you in the evening, you guys. What a crazy little day we've had. Oh my goodness. First of all, we had an overlapping of appointments, so I actually had to run. And I say had to because I'm in quite a state, all right? I have a lot of hip and neck and shoulder pain and all that, and I've been going to an amazing massage therapist, which has been so lovely. And I had actually scheduled this in the day before our flight on purpose because my hips just, when you're cramped in that sweet little sardine economy seat, like I just can't. Anyway, so it's always a painful experience for me to have that. And then anyway, when I went to my massage appointment, Dan took Meryl to her luxury feline resort. So I'm so sorry I didn't have a clip, honestly. We were supposed to take her a little bit later in the day, and then she messaged and she's like, can you come at 2:30? And Dan was like, oh, that was when my appointment was. So anyway, Meryl has gone to her hotel and we have left you for the afternoon. So now I'm kind of frantic a little bit because we're just starting packing now. Luckily I did all the laundry yesterday. All of our clothes are clean, which is nice. Meryl's off on her vacation, so that's great. All we have to do is pretty much just pack up ourselves and tidy up the house. I always like to do a little house tidy before we leave, for sure. So while we were just standing in the kitchen, Dan's finishing up an edit, I was just decanting all of our things. So I'm packing the Gorilla Pink Lemonade pre-workout because I just know the jet lag is just, it's so hard to deal with. So a little extra caffeine never hurt nobody. Then I've got our electrolytes and I've got the magnesiums all packed. I have our travel Gorilla chocolate protein, got the little travel packs. And then this was actually just the rest of the vanilla protein powder that I had bought while we were in Tulum. Then I have a little shaker, which I put our creatine in, which always looks hilarious, packing that white powder, baby. I wish I had a better packing system for this. Honestly, I do just use the Ziploc bags. That's something that I would definitely love to find, is some kind of solution for packing all this stuff for my little health cube. But that's what I've got so far. Then I've put out all of my vitamins for the week in this little container. Got that on Amazon. And so that's good. Dan will add his as well. His are back there. And we're basically just gonna enter into a flurry of a packing evening, which I would love nothing more than to provide you with some fabulous, eloquent, put together, planned, organized packing sequence, but it's never that way. I am literally always running around the house, sprinting, sweating, trying to get my life together. So I'm just gonna pack and clean, and hopefully I'll be able to show you a few tidbits as we go along. But just know that the packing crazy is starting now. So there's a few spots around the house where I keep all of my travel bits. Just in our front closet, I keep my little carry-on bag, which then houses these little bags. And these are kind of my go-to little travel things. I actually keep our foreign cash in here, which right now has pesos. I don't know if I have any euros. I thought I did somewhere. Oh, look at that. Yeah, look at that. I have a few euros. Hell yeah. Okay, great. Listen, nothing crazy, but that could be a meal. Stunning. So basically in this pouch, I always keep all of my like travel gadgets. So in this drawer in the den, we keep all of our plugs and things, which I always have to remind myself which one is Europe. I think it's this one. We just buy these on Amazon, but we also have them for our computer adapter, which is nice. And these ones are good because it has the USB and the USB-C, so we can kind of take this one and it charges everything, which is awesome. So on the computer charger, you can literally just bloop, plop the European one, which is awesome. I think that's everything I need in here. So I'm gonna take this cash, put that in here, put the adapter with the laptop charger in here, bloop. And then these don't actually fit in there, but I'm gonna grab those. And I think that's all we need in here actually, so that's great. It's so bright and beautiful here in the afternoon. Wow. Okay. Suitcases ready. This is my suitcase. It has seen a lot of world and a lot of life. This sweet little thing. The little inner flap that holds the one half of the suitcase, yeah, the clips just snapped right off. Said see you later. So it's not ideal, but we also haven't gotten it fixed. So there we go. Then we've got the matching little carry-on. And it is my dream to be one of those people that brings multiple suitcases on a trip. I would just love to have endless options and to just pack everything with me and not have to worry about it. But I hate carrying my suitcases around. I get so hot and sweaty and so bothered by all of the stuff that I have to carry around. And when I see people traveling with like 5 and 6 suitcases, I'm like, I'm not pulling that around. So I tried to stick to one suitcase and a carry-on, and that's the way we live. Also, sorry, I pulled this out of the travel drawer because I got this, I think it was last year or the year before. You know the slip eye masks? They made this cutie little neck pillow and it has lemons all over it, and it's perfect because, spoiler alert, we're going to Italy. So yeah, we're going to Italy. And we're going for a very exciting wedding. We can't wait. But we're flying into Rome and then staying in a cutie little area. It's about a 2-hour or 2.5-hour drive away from Rome. And I looked at the weather forecast and it's supposed to be 37 degrees. And I'm gonna be so frank, that's like my personal hell. It was 31 degrees today here and I couldn't breathe. I was like melting away. It was so insane. And then to be like pretty and putting makeup on and doing my hair in a dress and stuff and it be 37 degrees, I'm simply gonna pass away. So I know that we just discussed like our summer uniforms and stuff. I think I'm gonna have to go more naked than all of that because I don't know how I'm going to survive if I'm totally honest. So yeah, I'm just kind of gonna flutter around and figure out what I'm gonna wear because as of this moment, I'm at a loss for how to survive. Here's the thing. It's one thing to survive in the heat. Like I can totally, I mean, you're so fine when you're just laying by a pool. But the problem is because I'm such a puddle, I am such a sweaty person. There's no way I can be cute. Like it's gonna be a slick back wet bun for me because there's no way my hair can be down and it would just be a river. It would just be wet on my back. And then makeup, like, oh, see you later. That's why I'm gonna put a fake tan on because that'll basically be like a layer of foundation. And that's the only thing that can withstand the ocean of water that's going to come out of my face and pour down all over me. And I will say that a lot of you say to me, oh, why don't you get the Botox for sweat? You can get that done in your armpits and your hands, but not much to be done for this and not much to be done for this kind of sweat, okay? You just have to grin and bear it. So as far as the sweat-proof, like easy breezy options, definitely gonna bring that Zara dress that I just bought. I feel like that's perfect for just strolling around. So what I do when I'm packing, even though I'm like the most scatterbrained individual on the planet, and you should absolutely not take advice from me, I'm sorry. I don't even know why I have the tag still on. Usually I do this a few days before and I actually have already been deeply thinking about what I wanted to wear, but the recent forecast that I saw where it was just like almost 40 degrees, I was like, oh, okay, that kind of changes things. So I'll just make piles based on kind of what I want to wear. And then I'll try things on, try on the outfits, see how I feel. We've been doing enough of that lately. Like we've got our summer uniforms on lock, so I'll just go through and make piles. But I basically like do my workout stuff, swim, underwear, pajamas, then I do my everyday wear. And then I always make a packing cube that I put in my carry-on just in case anything goes awry. So because we're going to a wedding, I'm gonna put like my dresses and my wedding outfits in my carry-on and then anything additional that I might need. But yeah, I'm basically just gonna go through and make my piles. Then obviously I'm gonna pack my gorgeous Doan number, and that is like, I mean, really it's more than enough to have just for frolicking around. Obviously I'm packing my anti-chafing short shorts, my beloved Intimissimi long cotton shorts that I'm gonna be wearing underneath all of this. And then I think I'll bring a skirt. I'll pack the J. Crew one just because it has a little bit of detail, a little bit of interest. I'm gonna pack my green matching set because I think this will be nice just for like mornings around the hotel, going for breakfast and whatnot. Would I wear this in 37 degrees? Maybe not. Maybe not if I was like actually going for a walk and like doing touristy things. That's the hard part too. Oh my gosh. Whenever you're traveling, going to Europe, wanting to see a new city, and you're putting in a lot of steps, like those can be really long days when you're wanting to actually go hop around and sightsee. The footwear, man, like I want to wear socks and sneakers to be the most comfortable, but it's so hard to keep your feet comfy and still trying to be cute. Most of the time when I travel, I just erase trying to be cute and I just go for sightseeing, I go for comfort and wear whatever will get me through the most steps in a hot and sweaty day. That's where it's nice to just wear like a long flowy dress to feel a little bit more feminine. Then you could always wear little sneakers or just do your best to find some shoes that are the most comfortable. Usually I just wear my flip-flops, keep it simple, but that can be rough if there's like cobblestones and stuff. Ugh. To be honest, I don't think we're gonna be doing a lot of like sightseeing, wandering. I do think it's gonna be pretty chill vibes this whole time, so I'm grateful for that. That's gonna make my packing and dressing life a little bit easier. All of these tops shall be considered. I'm gonna hang them here. I'm also gonna bring that dish set. Ugh. love her. So yeah, this is nice. I have a short set and then I have my long green set, and that'll be good for just hotel frolicking. This would honestly be a nice option for wandering around too, just to keep it really breezy. Also, the other sandals that I have that I usually pack with me everywhere, and you guys, I've had these for so long. They're my Fendi leather sandals. These have been worn and beaten and they're beautiful. Ugh, I think I got these, it had to have been 2019 because I wore them on one of our favorite trips that we've gone on to Majorca, and these got me through. Like, they never gave me blisters. I have done some major city steps in hot weather in these and they've never led me astray. And they're still, like, considering how much I've worn them, they're still in great shape. And because of the tones, they kind of go with everything too. So between these and just like my black flip-flops, that'll most likely be what I'm wearing the most. Brief packing pause because Dan just absolutely slayed the barbecue and made us skewers, and we're gonna go eat it out on the new table. All right, guys, I've officially finished trying everything on. I just had a sweaty little time. I am in yet another workout outfit because now I'm gonna go down and do my upper body day to finish off the evening, but I just needed to finish up the packing. So went through, tried on all the dresses, good for the wedding. So I've basically got all the wedding stuff that I need, plus a few essential outfits in my carry-on packing cube. So that's the main one. Then I've got the rest of my clothes. So all of the hopefully sweat-proof, heat-proof options are in here. Then we've got pajamas and lots of underwear because I don't know if you guys can tell by my face, but I have had the most glorious, sorry, my boobs, speaking of this, like, you guys, listen. I don't have boobs. I have practically concave nipples, okay? But in this, like, 4 days before I get my period, they explode. And I don't know what to do with myself. They're sore, they're crazy, it happens every single time. But also with that pre-period, literally, my skin just erupts in these hard, deep, evil, mean pimples. And it happens every single time I get my period. So that's so annoying. I just feel gross right now. It's just that feeling. And it's so annoying because I went off the pill like years ago at this point, but I miss the blissful days of being on the pill where I just would skip my period every time I had a trip, because for the last, like, it feels like forever, the last year at least minimum, every single trip I'm on, I get my period. It's so, like, I actually, if I think about it too much, I get enraged because it makes me so upset because it's so stupid and it's like such a full body, like, ugh, I literally puff up, break out, feel like shit. Like, it's so stupid. And it's only for a few days, I get it, but anyway, thank you for listening to that rant. My point being that this is my pajama and all of my, like, period underwear packing cube because I wear literal diapers when I'm on my period. So anti-chafing short shorts, pajamas, period underwear, because it's a different classification, okay? Then I've got bathing suits and just a couple little beach cover-ups in here. And then finally, workout clothes. That's that. I've got shoes. I need to pack up my makeup and skincare, and then we're good to go. I actually feel so much less stressed now, which is amazing because I feel like I'm prepared. I'm prepared with some outfits, and that's good. Oh my gosh, that barely closed, but makeup bag is packed. Second makeup bag is packed. Excellent. Oh, we're fogging up. Sorry, fam. I have to tell you guys, we're staying on the 5th floor. See that right there? Oh, I'm having a little bit of PTSD when we got in last night. I dropped my phone off the balcony. And it survived. I don't know what kind of 4-leaf clover was shoved up my butt, but we are grateful. Welcome to Rome. We're having like a weird little morning of clouds, but it's gonna be sunny and hot after 11, apparently, according to the weather report. So I'm gonna wear my fully clothed things while I have the time before I become a sweaty puddle. Little green set for breakfast. Obviously packed my favorite new little summer item, my yellow Lacoste bag, which has been everywhere with me already, and a little hat. from breakfast. We are honestly like, are they going to be cleaning our room? But because they haven't, I just decided to come back and lay in bed. I actually need to sit on my laptop for a second because I'm going to fill you in on the last few days, but Dan and I basically haven't slept in like 4 days, and I am so tired, and I just keep like this bed. Ugh, we just got here last night. The AC is bumping. This bed is so heavenly, and part of me just like, listen, both of us have been to Rome, and when I've already done all the touristy things in a city, I get so lazy, especially because it's so hot. Like, I know that we're about to go on our nice long stroll of the day, and I'm gonna be a puddle. I'm gonna be dripping in sweat. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just take this moment to just lay here. I have to mentally psych myself out to go out in this like 33-degree weather. I also have a feeling that coffee has the opposite effect on me. I just had 2 coffees. Literally, I had my protein coffee, got an espresso, and I'm ready for a nap. Like, what? It's gonna be hot out there, fam, so I think even though I would love nothing more than to be cute and have my hair down and be adorable, I just have to accept that if we're gonna go strolling in the heat, I need my hair to be up and out of my face. So, gonna do a little updo, and let me recap to you the last few days. So, first of all, we flew to Italy, we flew to Rome, and we were here for the gorgeous wedding of Adam and Taylor Frankel of the Nude Sticks fam. Oh, this has been a trip we've been looking forward to for so long. Obviously, she was the most gorgeous bride. We have known the Frankels and the Nude Sticks fam for so many years. We've worked with them for so many years. We've been on so many trips. Like, yeah, love them so much. I was just so looking forward to this, and it was perfect. But basically, as far as our vlogging plans went, nothing went to plan as per usual. Listen, I love to make a plan. I don't know if you guys know that about me, but I am constantly planning my life. I live by my calendar, and I also have a Notion calendar for all of my videos, and I meticulously plop everything in there. And when things just like don't go to plan, I don't love for my video plans to be interrupted and so rudely ruined. So basically, we flew to Rome. We had our flight from Vancouver to Toronto, had a layover, and then Toronto, Rome. And for whatever reason in Toronto, just didn't put the bags on. They just didn't put the bags on. They were like, JK, there's 1 flight per day from Toronto to Rome, and they were like, you know what, today you don't get your bags. And this has happened to us a few times, and we actually had someone at the airport tell us once that sometimes, depending on what cargo is being added to the plane, sometimes they just don't load the bags for the purposes of weight. And we're like, is it because we have these giant metal suitcases that our bags just happen to be targeted when such a thing happens? So regardless, our bags didn't make it, and basically where the wedding was a 2.5-hour drive outside of Rome. So our plan was to land in Rome. I don't even remember when we landed. Did we land at 10 a.m.? Yeah, our flight landed at 10 or 10:30, and then it was a 2.5-hour drive, and we basically had the 4 nights at the resort that was near the wedding venue, and then we had another 2 nights booked in Rome just for the way out. So basically, it's never a fun thing to lose your bags, ever. But we also plan accordingly for these things to happen, which is why that we booked ourselves the night before. We were gonna do 1 night just to, you know, in case anything goes awry, in case we miss our flight, we miss our connection, a flight's delayed, whatever. We booked the day before. Then the next day was the welcome dinner, wedding, then the recovery day. So that was kind of the lay of the land. So we landed in Rome, and they're like, JK, your bags didn't make it, LOL, but no problem, we'll deliver it the next business day if you're staying in Rome. And we're like, okay, plot twist, but we're not staying in Rome. And they were like, oh, if you're staying outside of Rome, then we deliver the bag 48 hours after your bag arrives, aka when the wedding would have already been done. And at this point, I'm having a little bit of a panic because I packed like the wedding guest dresses, I packed my shoes, my bag, whatever, and all of my camera equipment in the carry-on. That's the other thing. When you're traveling with a bunch of equipment, it just makes carry-on travel a little bit harder, because then all of my like skincare and hair care and all these things go in the check-in bag, whatever. We're like, okay. And really, because we had that extra day, we were like, okay, this isn't really a problem. It's just more annoying to deal with altogether. So one option for us was to just accept that we didn't have our bag, drive the 2.5 hours to our resort, and then drive back to Rome the next day, pick up our bag, go back, still make it for the wedding dinner. But then we'd be driving for 2 days straight, and that just sounded terrible. Obviously, we rented the car, we had to pick up the car anyway. We were like, you know what, let's not spend the next 2 days driving. Let's just stay at the airport hotel, do this first night of like sleeping off the jet lag, go for a little shop, get the things that we need, go do a workout, whatever, that's fine. So we booked the Hilton airport hotel in Rome, which, can I just say, was so expensive for an airport hotel. Oh my god. resort, but they had a gym, they had a restaurant, they have breakfast, whatever. We drove around, picked up some bits that we needed. I did a little restock of my intimacy underwear. We did a workout, went to bed, all fine and dandy, cool. So we wait, our bags arrive the next morning. They get into Rome by 11 a.m., which was great. So we just had that like 24 hours to wait. We picked up our bags, we drive to the resort. So we get to our resort and we are really excited, and I had, you know, I wanted to vlog, I wanted to film getting ready for the wedding, whatever. And the resort seems like it's in the middle of nowhere. It's kind of just a little drive out of this beautiful little village called Roccastrada. And we roll up to it, we get to our room, which we had just paid an additional night for. By the way, I'm sending all these receipts to Air Canada. That Hilton Airport Hotel, Air Canada, you are paying for that, because we didn't want to cancel our hotel reservation, obviously, for the rest of the wedding, but whatever, you guys get it. So we walk into our room, and it's this cutie little old house. It's literally just like the upstairs floor of a house. There's a few rooms. This seems like a tiny little resort. And we walk in, and you know when you just, it's so hot. The day we landed, I think, was 37 degrees Celsius, whatever. And you know when you walk into the room and you're waiting for that beautiful wave of air conditioning to just hit you as you drop the bags, which we also had to carry our bags up the stairs, and I was already just dripping in sweat. And we walk in our room and there's no reprieve, my friends. No, we actually just hit a wall of warmth. And we look at the lady who just checked us in and we're like, excuse me, where's the AC? Because let me tell you, I looked at this forecast. I knew we're flying to Italy in the middle of summer. I exclusively booked the hotel based on the air conditioning availability, because I've stayed in no air conditioning in Europe in the past, and I will never, well, never say never, never willingly do that again, because hello, I'm a sweaty, overheating beast. I need air conditioning. And we walk into this room, and yes, there's no wall of AC, and we're like, ma'am, where's the AC? And she was like, prego, here's the AC. And she shows us this little pamphlet that they have talking about their natural air conditioning in the floor. They were talking about some wind that goes through, some natural breeze in between the roof and the floorboards and blah, blah. Okay, so the stone on the floor was cold. The rest of the room was baking in heat. There's no AC. There's no air conditioning. So not only was there no AC, but also the windows were shut. It was complete black darkness in this room, and they just had like metal and wood shutter that was literally just like blocked in like a little jail. And there were no like sheer curtains or anything. It was just this like old shutter on this window, and we're like, oh my god, we're gonna be sitting in darkness. So anyway, we complained, obviously, because I was like, you guys say you have AC on the website. This is literally the worst kind of false advertising that I could possibly stand to deal with right now. And also the people at the hotel were so nice. They couldn't have been nicer, but she was like, no, we have air conditioning. It's not air conditioning. So they brought us a fan, which we propped up on the chair, and we proceeded to melt and not sleep for the following 3 days. And also because of that, like, we literally couldn't open the window because it was just directly baking into the sun. So even when we opened it up for a little peep, it was like Dracula melting in the sunlight. So I had no light, no AC, and tried to just grin and bear it for those few days. So I vlogged nothing, because truly Dan and I were in a state of not being well. Got like 3 and 4 hours of sleep probably the whole time. And for the wedding, I did my makeup in the car. We just went, like, thank God we had this rental car, because we just blasted the AC and I got ready in there, because I tried getting ready in the hotel room and I was just like the rivers of sweat on my face, like nothing was sticking. I'm like, perfect. So that's my tale for the last 3 days. Let me tell you, we got into Rome yesterday, we dropped the rental car off, arrived here at Soho House, Rome, and walked into this beautiful iceberg of a hotel room, and it feels good, and I do feel like we just need to sleep off those last few days. But other than that, like, the wedding was so beautiful. Taylor was the perfect bride. We still had the best time, got some beautiful pool time, and just honestly had an unplanned kind of really nice 3 days of shutting off. There's no vlog otherwise to be seen, unfortunately, but that's my tale. And here we are, rejoining you in Rome to have a beautiful little day. So I just put my sunscreen on. I don't know if I'm gonna do any makeup, honestly. I just know that I'm gonna melt it all off. Maybe I'll put a little brow on just to give myself some shape. And I think I might put my white dress on just to be nice and flowy, because already, like, when the sun came out at breakfast and I was like, ooh, too hot. I added a little lip, got changed. Here's my outfit of the day for the stroll. It's a full Zara fit, actually. Little white dress will perfectly soak up on my sweat. We've got the anti-chafing short shorts, and then we actually bought these at Zara when we were in Rome and had nothing with us, and they're pretty comfy for little strolling shoes. They have a little mesh So yeah, that in my Lacoste bag. Ready to go. So to make use of our time today, Dan's insisting that we take a scooter. There's like birds and lime scooters and bikes all over. You can see a patch of them right here. I'm against this right now. I don't feel very safe doing this. We're going in the inner walls of ancient Rome, okay? There's gonna be cobblestones and stuff. I feel like a liability. I feel like I'm gonna fly off this bird. If I don't make it past this, it's been swell. Love you all. Goodbye. Okay, so there was no way that I was taking a vlog clip while I was on that scooter. I was holding on for dear life with both of my hands, okay? But we made it. We actually did have a bike lane on the one street, and just what? We went like 2 kilometers. Saved us a walk along the terminal, so that's fine. And now we're gonna make our way to the Forum. We'll just get some exterior shots. We've both done all the sights to see, but also we just happen to be here on a Monday, and most of the like museums, castles, things are closed on Mondays. So we're just gonna take a nice little city stroll and enjoy the views as we walk around and maybe do some shopping. So here we are at the Colosseum. It's absolutely massive. Listen, I've done the whole tour. I've gone in the Colosseum, I've gone into the Roman Forum before, and it's, if you come to Rome, you simply must. You're just walking around, strolling through architecture and bits and pieces that are thousands of years old, and it's truly amazing how they've done it, I think, how they've taken care of everything, how you can like fully immerse yourself and experience it. It's so beautiful. But for now, we're just gonna bask and enjoy this view. I've also never come up here and looked at it from this angle. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. We are gladiators. Sorry guys, there's music blasting in there. We couldn't talk, but just took a quick pit stop to grab some water and a little scoop of gelato. I stole Dan's cup because my cone was swiftly melting, but when in Rome, get pistachio gelato. I'm not particular about where I get it. Any gelato's good gelato with me, and if I don't have to wait in a lineup, perfect. We've just been strolling up and down the shopping streets. So many cool little stores, so many stores that obviously like we know and recognize, but the one thing that I'm most interested in, and Dan and I would love to find a few that we've been creeping, are the vintage shops. I see so many people talking on TikTok about the various vintage stores here in Rome, so we're gonna see if we can pop in and just take a little wander. Honestly, we're just having a nice stroll, taking in the sights, and we'll see if we can find any treasures. But if not, we'll enjoy the view on the way. Okay, so that was very, very small. The sweet, sweet lady had to come unlock the door. I was like, oh my god, sorry. It was just, she had like 10 bags. Very cute, but it was like a little closet I wasn't gonna film. You guys are back. Oh man, I was so sleepy. We walked all day. I literally came back and I just laid on top and I'm like, Dan, I can't go out for dinner. Can we please just order room service? Oh my gosh, I'm just knackered. Also, I need to shower desperately, but I just washed my face. We ordered room service. Good night. See you in the morning. Good morning. We set the alarm for 5:30 this morning because I'm desperate to do a little city run. You know what? It's just too loud to talk out here. So just kidding. It's okay. I didn't want to talk in the morning sunshine anyway. What I was trying to say is that we loved our little morning run that we did in Paris and decided from there on out that if we're traveling to a new city, that going for a little morning jog is what we need to do to go and see some beautiful visuals. So I don't know where we're gonna go yet. Listen, we've walked a lot the last day and a half that we've been here. But our flight is later today and it would be nice to get out and get a nice long walk in this morning and stretch out the legs before our flight, especially because my legs get really like swollen and crampy and ugh. Maybe we'll go see some sights that we haven't seen before. So we just had an apple, having a quick little protein coffee, and we're gonna head out for a run with love. I love you all so much, and I would love nothing more than to make a gorgeous little running sequence. I'm not packing this big camera, so we'll take some little phone clips of our little jog and see what there is to see. Finished our little beautiful walk run, took in all the scenes, all the sights. It's a fabulous thing to go and do a nice early morning walk run if you're seeing a new city. It just, first of all, gets your steps done for the day. We're starting the day with 10K steps. Hello. We walked for an hour and a half. It was amazing. I say walked because we jogged for the first like 20-ish minutes, and then we were like, okay, we're walking, because there's a lot of people. There was a surprising amount of traffic, I thought, for that early morning hour. But even just with all the lights and just stopping to take pics and stuff, it ended up being a long walk. So anyway, we came back and had breakfast, and it was the same as yesterday. So, you know, delicious. And now we're just packing up the room, getting ready to go. Just had a shower and gonna head out to the airport. It's showing about a 45-minute drive, so we're leaving pretty early because we don't know what to expect. When we landed, the Rome airport was like so busy, so just going early in case. And I have to say, I'm actually feeling really sad to leave now because we're staying in the beautiful Soho House. Like, the hotel is just so amazing. The decor of a Soho House is always top notch. I don't know who their design team is, but they deserve awards. Do they get awards? I don't even know. But just, as Dan says, the blending of textures and colors and all the different pieces of furniture that they have, like, it's so exquisite. The rooftop is so beautiful. We just did a little stroll around the pool area, and oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. We're just taking pictures of everything. It's just design inspo forever. And they have absolutely blasting air conditioning. And I have to say, like, I mean, I already talked about it enough in this vlog, I feel, but I get really excited to travel and see new places. I get excited to film and vlog in them, but there's a few things that I'm just not a good human in, and one of those things is high heat, okay? I need an escape. I need air conditioning. If I'm like filming and talking to camera, needing to put my happy face on, needing to put makeup on, if I need to be like a good person and be with energy, I need moderate temperatures, okay? The 37 degrees and no air conditioning was the limit for me. I simply couldn't be a good human and vlog, and we were just like, it actually felt like we were kind of on drugs. That was the feeling, because me and Dan were both just like such low energy, and you're kind of just like moving in slow-mo, walking around. And then obviously we don't want to be like a mopey, miserable person at our friend's wedding, so we needed to, like, you know, save our energy, put the good spirits on for that. You didn't want to see me for the last 4 days, okay? So we didn't do as much of our usual like peppy wandering, traveling. Also, there's no gym. We weren't working out. There was like nowhere to walk. Oh my god. Whatever. It was not an ideal vlogging situation, let's just say that. But now that we're here in this beautiful hotel and we're in Rome and we've just been walking around and there's so many places to see, now I don't want to leave. Now I'm sad to be going home. And I wish that we had extended a few more days here, because this hotel room is just exquisite. And they have a fabulous gym, and it's just, we didn't have enough time here. So, I'm sad. And now I want to come back. So yeah, now we're headed home, guys. Hope you enjoyed this little vlog. Thank you for listening to my whining and my rambling. Although I know, based on your guys' messages on Instagram, I know that a lot of us feel the same. The no AC life. For those of you who live a permanent no AC life and experience these heat waves, you are a better and stronger individual than me forever. I simply, look at me. I'm sitting in air conditioning, and even just me talking about it, I'm sweating through my face cream. I'm not meant for warmer lands. I need to remind myself of this every time I feel inspired to move to a warmer land. I need to remember that I am a lady of the north. So, okay. Love you lots, fam. Thanks for being here, for watching, and we'll see you when we're home for a new video. Bye!